I'm against any step down a slippery slope towards recreational marijuana.
Oh man, oh man. So I had to make a video on this because it just, it kind of flew all over me when I saw this video last night, and I was blown away, completely confused, and a little lost. So Georgia has an election this year, of course, for a new governor. I've been a advocate for trying to get medical and even recreational marijuana legalized in Georgia. Our current governor, Nathan Deal, he has like a $4 million deal with a pharmaceutical company that's in Georgia that's making a marijuana pill. Or a THC or CBD pill. So he did everything in his power to completely stop any thought of legalization of the actual plant in Georgia because, well, nobody would buy the company that gave him $4 million. Nobody would buy their pill if they could get the safe actual plant. See what I'm saying? Fast forward to this year and all the governors are running. For me, one of the biggest things is where their stance is on medical and recreational marijuana. So this is Clay Tippins. He is one of the I've seen a lot of his signs, so I think he's doing pretty good. I don't know because I don't fully follow politics. I try to kind of stay out of it, but stuff like this is where I kind of wanted to make this video to get my message across to where that maybe even he would see it, maybe he could answer what the hell he's talking about because it doesn't make sense. This is the video from his YouTube page. I had to take a minute to record this intermission. The CBD Clay Tippins video that was on his YouTube channel is gone. I can't seem to find it anywhere on YouTube. If I Google CBD in his name, it does not pull up. Luckily, I had taken a screen video of that video. Wait. I had taken a screen capture of that video and it's on my phone. So sorry for how bad that it looks, but either way I still have the video. So good.
I'm against any step down a slippery slope towards recreational marijuana. But Georgia law already permits the use of CBD oil to assist patients who suffer from a variety of illnesses and diseases, including multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, and seizures. Patients should be able to access valid treatments that are already legal for use, especially those that have strong potential to combat the current opioid crisis in Georgia.
So my first instinct here is slippery slope towards recreational marijuana. I don't know what the slippery slope is. We have alcohol and we have cigarettes that kill people daily. And then we have a plant that's never killed a single person in their life. And it's illegal versus legal. It doesn't make sense. If Mr. Tippins would have taken like 30 seconds to do a Google search and say facts of Colorado marijuana legalization. So after a quick little search on the internet of marijuana legalization facts, some of what that I found is, of course, the number one and the biggest one is tax revenue. For example, in Colorado and Washington, 2015 Colorado collected more than $135 million in taxes and fees on medical and recreational marijuana. Sales in the state totaled $996 million, almost $1 billion. Sales in North America grew 30% to $6.7 billion in 2016, and it's projected to increase to $20.1 billion in 2021, meaning that there's a lot of tax money in there, but everybody already knew that part. Jobs is another big one. Let's see, this study, the IFC study estimates that 81,000 additional direct, indirect, and induced jobs in California came from the result of legalizing recreational marijuana in California. So 81,000 people got a job to go to work in a state because they made something that's not killing anybody perfectly legal. this slippery slope is it sounds actually pretty good in my opinion. Now, of course, Mr. Tippins, he kind of mentioned this, but opioid overdose reduction, yeah, definitely, because people don't have to take a pill for their pain; they can smoke a blunt. So yes, it leads to a decrease. Opioid deaths went down 6.5% in Colorado after legalizing cannabis on this slippery slope. Arrest rates, of course, those like fell off a cliff because there wasn't a bunch of cops out there who could arrest kids for having blunts and a bag of weed on them. These numbers, arrests were cut in half in Colorado from 2012 to 2014 thanks to legalization, and they dropped 98% in the year after Washington legalized marijuana. The decreased arrests also mean police departments are saving money to focus on more important areas. Washington spent $200 million enforcing marijuana laws from 2000 to 2010, meaning their police departments could be saving as much as $20 million to focus on other crimes, aka people who are actually committing crimes, not somebody who wants to relax and smoke weed. Crime, as we're talking about. One of the classic arguments has always been that marijuana legalization would lead to more crime. Not only has that not happened, but the actual opposite has taken place. That states with legalized marijuana have seen a decrease in crime rates since enacting their laws. Now, it can't be 100% proven that this is due to cannabis legalization, but it certainly shows that it does not lead to more crime, because if you legalize cannabis and your crime rate went up, then yeah, but with it going down, then, I mean, I would give some props to weed. Teenagers, I agree with what this is civilized.life that has pulled these facts. This is a website that I found. People, anti-marijuana advocates do say that like teenagers are going to smoke more weed, but according to this, teenage use of marijuana is at a 20-year low despite the legalization. And that is true in legalized states as well. Real estate, I didn't even know this one. Marijuana legalization can help the real estate market. Home prices in Colorado went up 6.4% in areas where recreational marijuana sales were legal, and that number goes over 8% if the home is within 0.1 miles of a dispensary. Nice. Tourism, that's got to be a good one. When a state legalizes marijuana, that attracts people who live in the states where it's illegal. In 2015, Colorado set a record for the most tourists at 77.1 million. Those tourists spent $19 billion in the states. That's a 31% increase in tourism in Colorado compared to the rates before the 2009 recession. I mean, I could do without the tourism. Atlanta has enough tourism, but if you look at all the states around us, we don't have a lot of legal marijuana. And yeah, they would come here and spend money. And so, I mean, I think that'll kind of do it. I almost feel that I've proven my point. There is no slippery slope that he's talking about. If anything, marijuana is creating jobs, creating a ton of tax revenue. In Colorado, they're using this money for the homeless. They're using this money for the schools. I mean, I don't understand that view of it, of a slippery slope. Everything in Colorado and these other states is going up and it's green. So I don't know if the senators and governors that are running in Georgia are just blind to this, or if because we're in the Bible Belt, they're like thinking, oh no, we can't do this. But if Georgia was to do it, there would be a crazy amount of just tax revenue and positive things come out of it, because I can't even dream of how much money is spent on arresting people for marijuana use in Georgia, because a lot of people smoke it here. It's Atlanta. We're like the hip-hop capital of the world, and there's a lot of people smoking pot. So I can't even imagine how much money is spent to arrest these people that would be saved, and how much money they would spend going to the dispensary and paying taxes for it to buy it and have it without having to worry about getting arrested. I don't know. In the end of this, I'm just going to say don't vote for Clay Tippins. He is, well, I guess I shouldn't word it like that. I don't support Clay Tippins because he's never going to legalize marijuana in Georgia, and if that's who's going to be in our office for the next 4 years, well, that's not what I want. I want someone in there who's open to look at these kind of facts and go, well, wait a minute, maybe this isn't as bad as everyone's saying. look at this and this and this and this. Maybe we should do this. He's obviously not the one for that. I don't know about this Kemp guy. He's the one with this crazy ad.
I'm Brian Kemp. This is Jake, young man interested in one of my daughters.
Yes, sir.
Jake asked why I was running for governor. I said 1,
Cap government spending.
2,
Take a chainsaw to regulations.
3,
Make Georgia #1 for small business.
and 2 things if you're gonna date one of my daughters.
Respect,
And
a healthy appreciation for the Second Amendment, sir.
we're gonna get along just fine.
Brian Kemp for governor.
That's like made a lot of people go crazy. I don't see the big deal in it. I actually found it kind of cool. I gave him a little thumbs up on that. I like that ad. I don't know his position on marijuana legalization, but I mean, if it's anything like the other guy, we're screwed. Hopefully we'll get somebody in there that'll do something. But yeah, definitely do your research and your facts. Don't just listen to what these senators and people say and these people running for office, because as you can see, the slippery slope he's talking about, it looks like a pretty damn good slope to be on. At least I would want to be on that slippery slope if I was a state. I hope that you all have a good one, though. Sorry for the boringness of this video, but I saw that and I just had to make this. So give it a thumbs up if you can. Click that like button, and I will see you all. I can't say that anymore. I will see you all next time. Deuces.